Hey, what is up, everybody? Happy New Year. Welcome to the Whiskey Tornado Bourbon of the Year show. This is our 5th year doing this. So always one of my favorite episodes of the year. Chance for me to have some of our top Patreons on, send them samples. And then as far as I know, I think it's the only crowdsourced Bourbon of the Year on WhiskeyTube. I hope you guys are just having a pour, kick back, have fun. We're going to taste these. I'm going to bring our Patreon members on in just a second. I'm warming up with a little early times bottled and bond, a little 100 proofer as we get into some higher proof stuff tonight. So I know what the pours are. Our Patreon members have no clue. Well, they probably can guess a couple. But they're in some order I don't know. My wife mixed them up. She poured them, so I have no clue where these are at tonight. Couple criteria for our Bourbon of the Year. We do it a lot different than some other channels that you might watch on WhiskeyTube. Number one, I have to have found the bottle at or near MSRP. And I had to have found it on a shelf. So this isn't an allocated bottle I could have asked a store manager for. Unless I have happened to find an allocation on a shelf. These are all bottles I found on the shelf at or near MSRP. It's been a goal of mine since the beginning of the channel to only crown a Bourbon of the Year for a distillery and a bourbon that was accessible by everybody. So you guys all know there's a lot of great allocated bourbons. You can find those. I don't need to tell you those are great. What I want to do is be able to tell you what the best thing on the shelf I found that year was. And then just so you don't just get my palate, we bring our Patreon members on, taste them blind, and then we vote. So we vote on the Bourbon of the Year. Also, the last criteria on this, no single barrels. Because again, I want it to be accessible to you guys. So we don't have any single barrels in this. Let me make sure you guys can hear. It looks like everybody can hear. I will get to comments. So if you want to tell us what you're drinking, let us know. Let me start bringing on our Patreon members here. We're going to try to go for about an hour tonight because Illinois plays Michigan State and I gotta watch that. So, let's bring on Mr. Old School, one of our first Patreon members ever, Ed Sturgar. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Cheers. Welcome.
I'm excited for this. Been looking forward to it. I've been.
Are you hoping we crown Bookers for Bourbon of the Year again?
Well, I was hoping, but I didn't have my hopes for bourbon this year or for Bookers weren't very high.
Yeah. There's not a Bookers in here. I'll just let you know.
I figured.
I'll break the news early. Get our other Old School Patreon member in here. What's up, Ben?
How's it going?
How are you,
Benjamin?
I'm good. I don't love the close-up of how big my face looks. There we go. That's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, it looks like we're FaceTiming each other.
Ooh, all right.
You're such a diva.
All
right. Next up in line, Mike Booth. What's up, Mike?
What's up?
Cheers, buddy.
Michael.
Cheers.
So let's see. Next, we got Brad. Brad coming to the stage.
Hey, guys.
If Brad's a little down, it's okay. He's still suffering from Nick Saban loss. So
yeah,
it's been a crazy week of sports.
Yeah,
very true. It was a sad day yesterday.
Well,
Ben lost the hoodie, so I don't know if he'll be all right.
Oh,
yeah. Good old Belichick.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, there's some big losses.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Freaking Khaki Pants wins the national title, and then the dominoes just start falling after that. So I'm like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, and Purdue beat Illinois, so life's good, right?
Yeah, but Purdue lost last night. Purdue lost, so that's good.
I know. They did.
All right, let's bring Taylor to the stage. What's up, Taylor?
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Welcome, buddy. This is your first tasting for Bourbon of the Year, right? For our channel. So welcome, man. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Well, happy to be here. Great guys surrounding them. So
yeah, and all these guys are members of Barrels for Hope. So appreciate all of them. Just being great humans. So I'm excited to share some pours with you guys tonight.
Don't worry about what you say. Everything that's said here stays here.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
as it's being recorded.
It's kind
Yeah,
of our bourbon 12-step group, actually. So,
yeah, and we forget a lot of stuff that's happened in the past. We never keep bringing up old stuff.
Fuck off, Ed.
Fuck off, Ed.
Fuck off, Ed.
Fuck off, Ed.
yes, when it's in the past, it's in the past.
Yeah, we forget it.
Yeah. I need the producer to break that button. I'll tell you what.
What button?
Exactly.
All right, yeah, Ben, we're gonna go back close up on your mustache there.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah, it's trying. It's getting filled in there.
It's a work in progress, that's for sure.
All right, let me see who's in the chat real quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, Daniel said wearing his employer's shirt and drinking bourbon. That's right. Yep. We'll start
Nice.
Tuesday at the new gig. So Carlito says thinking of having some bourbon before 2 blizzard hits. Are you up north? I think he might be up north. I think it's gonna dodge us. I think we got lucky. Bourbon Retrievers in the house. What's up, buddy? Ben said or Aaron, Little Book Chapter 7 for the win. I wasn't able to find that. So did you guys have that this year?
I haven't seen a Little Book in
I
a
tried
long
it,
time.
and I didn't. Did I taste it? I got one, and I traded it to get the Four Roses limited.
Oh, that's a good trade. Wow. Yeah.
I traded that and a Four Roses single barrel.
He's like, getting $600 cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't. It was straight up.
That was a straight up trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, that's my hookup in Montana, and I picked him up 3 or 4 bottles, and he got that one for me, and then that's where I got that single barrel E.H. Taylor that we drank, Lance.
Oh yeah. We got to send that to these guys at some point.
I definitely have to. It'll blow your freaking mind.
Yeah.
Cheers, Top Dog. Top Dog, he was I don't know if you guys saw Dusty Dan's doing like a partner challenge, kind of like Matt Madness, but with partners. So Top Dog was my partner, and we kicked ass, man. We did.
Must have been all Top Dog then.
Yeah,
At least one of them had a palate.
Tim, cheers. Why is he wearing his Dobby costume still?
It never ends. Just never ends.
Oh man.
Dobby needs a break.
Cheers, Paul. David's in the house. Cheers, buddy. Let's see. Dusty Dan. Cheers. What's up, Dusty?
Cheers,
Keith Miller.
Dusty.
Go Illini. That's right. Oh, I gotta put all the ILL chants up.
Oh man. Here we go.
Bill Kobler said Bernheim barrel proof 120 proof. I didn't have any of the Bernheim this year. Bill, Bill's a Heaven Hill rep. Got to get I need better stocked shelves, man.
Yeah.
I just didn't see any of that here.
I actually returned mine to the VABC store. I tried it as a sample. We did like a bottle share, like a bottle split. And after I tried the A1 or A2 batch, like the first batch, I didn't like it so much, so I returned it.
Really, you didn't care for it?
No, surprisingly, it looks pretty full over there.
Yeah, it's not. It's nothing special.
I mean, I thought about it because it'd be like the first release, might be worth keepsake, but
yeah. Jacob's sipping mellow corn. Nice.
Mellow corn.
That Bernheim to me got better after it opened up a little bit. When you first opened it, it was really tight. So to me, it still wasn't my favorite pour this year, but it turned out to be pretty good.
Awesome.
Try it.
Gary, cheers. Cheers, Gary.
I did
All right.
Pour Your Own at Elijah Craig or Heaven Hill, and I did the Bernheim barrel proof there, and it's fantastic. It's really, really good.
It's one of those that's got that funky wheat
Yeah.
flavor. I don't know.
I mean, I'm a wheat guy. Like I'm a wheater guy, but I don't know the 100. The wheat whiskey part. I don't know. This one was just different for me. I hate to say it, like kind of hurts me in the core, but
Yeah.
I just think it's cool that you're drinking straight bourbon at 15 years old. I mean, that's impressive. Most guys can't do that.
As long as they don't ask for my ID, which is kind of hard nowadays. But
Hey, Ben, you okay now? You're not the youngest in the bunch.
Yeah.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah, it's about time.
This if you think about it, this is a really good panel for tasting bourbon because we got the young kids and the senior citizens and everything in between. Ed's our senior citizen, so got everything in there.
Yeah, do you get a discount on AAA or?
I do. Yeah,
it's really sweet of Ed to join us before he goes into hospice.
And it's pretty close to his bedtime, so.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Ed so early.
Nodding off here in a minute.
Yeah, Ed
I lose another
like 30.
And after Monday, I lose another half hour. I have to go to bed another half hour early. So,
what are you gonna do if you're eating dinner at 3:00 now?
well, I mean, then I just skip lunch. No more lunch. Well, wait, I can have lunch when breakfast is at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
True.
Because I got to get up and freaking pee at 3, so there's no sense going back to bed. So,
Ben, have you adjusted to East Coast time?
Yeah, it took a little bit. The weather here is definitely different than Texas. That's the thing that I think is taking more adjusting to. It's been cold. It's been cold and windy, and we got a bunch of rain too. So
next week's super cold, Ben.
Yeah,
have you seen it? It's gonna be
really. Yeah, you guys have been. I mean that's been cold for Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think my first day at the new job, it's supposed to be like -6 or something. It's gonna be, so stupid.
Next week here in Southwest Florida, it's going to be. I think Wednesday's our lowest. We're going to see probably all in the past year, and I think the high's 50. So that's cold for us down here.
You got palm trees dying.
Iguanas falling out of trees.
Want some of that?
No, good God.
What the heck is that?
That's my hometown on Friday night.
Montana. Okay.
View. Yep. 42 below zero.
I don't know how the Dolphins are going to play Kansas this week.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Marty's in the house. Cheers, buddy.
Marty. What's going on?
All right. You guys ready to go?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Get her on.
So we're all drinking the same thing at the same time. Taylor, since this is your first time, we just basically go through one. We'll talk about it. You can say whatever you want, and you're just gonna rate your first, second, third, and fourth. And I generally have you guys text them to me, which I'll probably do. And then I've got to have Renee send me the list because she just took a picture of it, so I don't have any idea where everything is. So Fred's in the house.
You want us to text the order to you, Lance? Is that what you want?
Yeah, just text me. Yeah, first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
But I don't. I didn't give her any guidelines, so I have no idea if she put like the highest proof thing first or what. The first glass smells ridiculously good, though.
Ooh.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
smelling.
Dude.
Mm.
So for those watching, we got 4 samples to taste tonight.
I'm getting some brown sugar off that.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
This was gonna be tough to drink because it smells so good. All I want to do is smell it.
Yeah.
There's some age on that one too. They're a little dusty, little.
Yeah, it's got that sweet oak profile to it.
Yep.
It's not that drying for being so oaky.
Mm-mm. Jason says EC 923. All depends if I was able to find it on the shelf, Jason. I will say, while we're tasting one, I guess I can go through. We can talk about past years. So I will say, since you said EC 923, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof has won 2 out of the 3 years we've done this.
And it finished 3rd or 2nd the other year, I think.
No, the other year we didn't have an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. In 2021, they were all kind of, we didn't like them.
Yeah, they weren't great.
True.
In 2020, 3rd place was Wild Turkey 17-year bottled and bond, Master's Keep. It was only 3rd place because Ed shit on it so bad. Should have been 2nd.
Oh, man, here we go.
Didn't have enough nuts, Fred.
No, dude.
In 2nd place was Bardstown Disco 3.
That's a good one.
And it was, I remember it was neck and neck with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A120. But A120.
And the other one on that wasn't 4th place, wasn't it Remus?
Yeah, Remus was in there. Remus and I think Remus 3 and I think Calumet 15.
No, Sam Houston.
That's what I meant.
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston, that's right.
And I think the only knock on Remus was the proof.
Yeah.
Because flavor-wise, Remus 3 is my favorite batch of Remus that they've come out. I love it. I am milking that bottle until
yeah. Man,
I haven't had a bad one.
Yeah, me either. That first sample has some dark black cherries in it too. It is delicious.
That is a really nice pour.
In 2021, I meant to do this and I just didn't have time with everything going on in my life. But I was watching the reveal in 2021, and Ed's reaction when we announced Bardstown Booker's Bardstown batch was Bourbon of the Year is priceless. I got to get that clipped so we can play it. But
that was a good bottle.
That was the year I put. I will say I didn't put any like trick things in here. Like in 2021, I put Cooper's Craft. And Ben took that as his Bourbon of the Year, which is awesome.
Yep.
Maker's FAEO2 was 3rd. Bardstown Disco 6 was 2nd, and Booker's Bardstown batch was 3rd. That was kind of a year.
I was just about to say there's a reason Cooper's Craft won for me because Maker certainly wasn't going to win it.
Well, we know that. I mean, shit.
Yeah. I completely forgot Maker's
that
was
freaking Bardstown batch is fabulous.
Let's see. Power Bourbon. What's up, DJ? Looks like y'all are working hard. Are you going for the record and drinking 101? No, we will not be drinking 101 samples for Bourbon of the Year.
That's so stupid.
If you want to send us 101 samples, then that's fine.
Do it. Yeah, we'll do it.
Gosh.
We're not spitters.
We're not quitters, right? We
Quitters
don't
or spitters.
pour. We don't quit on that pour.
That's right.
I don't care if you're not even drinking them. If you're spitting them, yeah, I mean that's still reaching your liver. You're still there's a little bit that's still getting there. It's
I mean, I guess he transferred that from doing the wine for so long, but at some point, I still have to say I have to look to see when those larceny barrel proofs really hit. If it's later in the day, then I mean, it makes complete sense.
Something. I mean,
I'm not saying they're bad. Like I enjoyed the C9 2-3. That was great. But I don't know if it really beats.
I'm never going to change my opinion. I don't care if he says, I mean, I love Fred and I respect Fred. So I say this with all the respect in the world. I just don't think you can taste 100 samples and determine something as nuanced as Bourbon of the Year and do it in one night.
Yeah.
I just think it's too. I mean, there's just no reason for it. Other than it being super clickbaity. And hey, we're all talking about it, and we've done nothing but talk about it. So
Right.
It's any publicity is good publicity, right?
Yeah.
So, but like also like the APV on everything he was tasting was above 100 for the most part, right? So I'd
And
say
and he's
the
doing
first-
rye and finished bourbons and finished rye, and it's impossible to know.
it was interesting his take though of like eating fatty like cheese. Like I mean that was kind of interesting. But me, it's like I don't know. I did an 8 or 7 weight blind on last Saturday, like with Rise, and that was tough. Like I couldn't tell you. Like the top 3 were just the top 3. Like
yeah, I don't think you need to
tell a rye from a weeder.
Yeah.
Can't tell a rye from nothing. He does.
Yeah, I think when you get through the end of every year, you've had enough time to sample tons of bottles, and you know what your favorite pours are, what ones you're going back to constantly, and you've had time to evaluate them on many different days after many different meals. You know what's good, and I think if you select those and then do them blind like we do, I just think it's better to kind of narrow it down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, what do you guys think about one?
It's fantastic. It's
Good,
fabulous.
very good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I really like it.
Mhm. Yes, it's got a little punch, but it's a good punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finish is long and lingering.
Yeah. Yeah, that sweet oak and like black cherry just sits, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ready to go to the next one, or you need more time?
I could go.
I'm ready.
Let's roll.
All right, glass 2.
Well, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, that's more honey forward, but
Isn't it?
really,
Yeah, it's a little lighter for sure.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a creamy custard on the nose.
That
Yeah, I
first
can see
one,
that.
Definitely
I just
creamy.
picked it up. It's actually got a little red tint too. You're talking about red cherries, you know?
oh, the first one.
That first one.
That's tough coming after that first one, going to that second one.
Yeah, it's definitely not as rich, but it's more honey forward and almost like strawberries instead of. Definitely tastes younger than the first one.
Yeah.
Definitely a lower proof too.
Yeah, I was gonna say lower proof. Or at least it drinks that way.
Yes.
Mm.
A little honey peanut.
There is definitely some nuttiness to it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ed?
I don't like. It's got like a funky,
It's got a funk.
citrusy kind of. I don't know, like a floor cleaner taste to it. I don't know. It's just not hitting compared to one. It's not even close, honestly.
Totally agree.
It's definitely
The
sharper.
nose, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can't. The fun thing about when we do this sort of thing, I love when we go back through. You know, that's going to be the fun part is seeing what that number 2 is going to be like when we're going the other way. You know, it's amazing
for
how much
sure.
it can change.
Let's see. Fred's starting off with a 4 Roses single barrel.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. Cheers, Jacob. Our bourbon said Ben with the oh yeah, Ben's got the fancy glass. I didn't even notice.
Oh, he's going
Yeah,
to
it's
Peters,
stems.
whatever they're called.
I've
right?
got 3 different Glens here that I'm real scientific here. I for whatever reason, I don't know if y'all have ever had this. I went to go grab the Glens and like I don't know what happened. A bunch of them were dirty, and I'm like, how did I miss this when I pulled them out of the dishwashers? I don't know. So I had to go and find which ones were clean, and so that's why we're here.
Y'all put your Glens in the dishwasher?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm very curious here because it would make a lot.
Never.
I mean, if I have like 15 to wash, from doing some stuff with friends or whatever. Dishwasher's the way to go, but I'm scared that they're going to break.
Yeah, I got these big old bear paws. I can barely get a finger or two down in those things to wash them. They got to go into the dishwasher.
I buy the baby bottle cleaner thing, soft bristles.
There you go.
I put mine in the dishwasher, and I got a rough dishwasher, and nothing's broken there as far as
I've never had anything break.
Yeah, I've never had
I
one break
actually
either.
put this one in there too, and it's still got a stem. So
Bourbonist is here. Holiday soft red wheat Rickhouse proof tonight. Oh man, I like the 100 proofer. I've never had the Rickhouse proof, but
I got those when I was up in Missouri. They're very good.
I think we might have secured a barrel pick for Barrels for Hope.
Oh, really?
Really?
That's awesome.
Wow.
Man.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Not gonna do another
Brian on
Not gonna do a what?
on
Not gonna do another 4-gate.
No, not if I have anything to say about it.
I can tell you what.
Maybe if you do 3 more barrel picks, you'll have enough to give everybody a bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this today. With bourbon prices the way they are and people cutting back on spending, I'm really and distributors starting to limit what they distribute and stores starting to reject stuff. I'm really interested to see if a company like Fourgate that sells $200 bottles survives.
Did you see Fred Mays?
That's a good point.
Fred Meg posted today his 3 assumptions for the year, and it was the price drop for $200 mostly $200 bourbons are going to drop in price because the economy is feeling it.
You would sure think so.
It feels like it devalues the brand if you do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I feel like more so if stores aren't selling it, they're not going to tell the distributors they want it. And then I also think distributors are going to start saying, we don't want this stuff. There's so many. I think they're going to start doing that with a lot of MGP stuff because there's so much out there.
That was another one is distributors not picking up brands.
Yeah, I think that's for sure going to happen. And I wonder companies like Fourgate that are so high priced anyway,
they're not even out in our area, like Maryland, the DMV. You could find a Fourgate if you wanted one.
Fourgate sits on the shelves here.
Yes. Everywhere I go, it's on the it's all over the place. In Kentucky and Tennessee, and just all over the place.
Yeah. The Discovery stuff is everywhere.
Yes.
If I was a big distillery, and I don't know if this will happen, if I was a big distillery though, I would go and start buying some of these smaller, kind of more startup craft distilleries that really aren't, or even ones that are sourcing a lot of their stuff. If they've got stuff aging, I would just buy all their inventory and just start using their rick houses, just kind of take over the brand and just do it that way. Because I'm sure a lot of these over the next few years, there's probably going to be a lot of different sourcing brands, if you will, that'll start dropping because there's just they can't continue. They just didn't have a good business model.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't meet costs. They won't be able to. They just won't be able to pay for it.
I mean, just the taxes, just the fact that they have to pay taxes as soon as it goes in the barrel before it's aged 1 minute. That's a lot.
Well, yeah. Also, I think also on his list was the fact that I guess every year prior, he also said that Four Roses was going to get bought out by somebody, but it hasn't yet. But he said that Coors, I forget the first name in front of Coors, but Coors is going to buy. Yeah, they're going to be buying something. They have their own whiskey brand, and apparently it's growing faster than they thought.
Just bought Blue Run.
Yeah, they did. They bought Blue Run.
Is it Blue Run?
They bought Blue Run.
Yeah, that was a real
good
straw.
Call. Not.
Yeah, it just. You get the brand, you get the branding, and you get the. I don't know if they acquired the marketing team too, because that was probably the only thing valuable about that company,
right?
The marketing department, but
yeah. Well, they definitely fell into a lot lot when the whole Bud Light thing happened. And
they had so much capital. I think their revenue share went up 40-something% from his
Holy
video.
shit.
Stated, but
40%. That's crazy.
Taylor's
Our-
listing his 8th grade economics class.
what is this? Is this macro or microeconomics? You know,
See, I'm from Alabama.
They don't teach that in
barely know what
Alabama.
Economics are, dude. Much less macro and micro.
How,
you know,
it,
Coors Banquet's a solid beer. It's right there in my fridge. You know,
They
heck
teach
yeah,
him
it
to
is.
count in Alabama with gin rummy.
Yes, sir.
Dude, there's only when you're in Alabama, it's either Alabama or Auburn. That's all there in Alabama. In Alabama, that's it.
And I
Basically.
wear shoes and don't have sex with my sister, so I can't be an Auburn fan.
Okay. All right.
you know the
Well,
real
that's
question
three.
there that I like to go to is who's the real Tiger? Is it Auburn or is it Clemson? Because LSU doesn't matter to me.
Ooh,
All right.
all right.
Mm.
Well, I think the real Tiger in the SEC next year is going to be Missouri.
They had
Dude,
real
I'm
good
telling
year.
you,
We don't
Yeah.
really talk
Yeah.
about over here.
they finished. They looked really good at the end of the year. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to make some noise next year in the SEC. So,
They did, Ed. They did look good. I agree.
yep.
All right. So we're pretty
Almost.
much, I think most are in agreement. 2, not as good as Glass 1.
No.
Agreement.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna disagree. I think they're very close.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Awesome.
My
All right, well,
difference.
Lance mixed up his samples.
Disagreements are good. I like
Lance is mixing
disagreements.
up samples here.
Here you go.
I like it a little bit more. The darkness is fine. I mean, A is great. But I don't know, the little funk that I get off of it, I kind of enjoy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's an interesting nose on number 3.
Let's see. I haven't nosed 3 yet.
I got like when I
wow.
first picked it up, I got like a melon, like
Okay.
some tropical, like
Yeah.
fruity.
See,
Yeah,
I got an
God
odd
damn you, Ben.
Coke smell on, like Coca-Cola.
Oh, I could see that too, Brad.
Yeah.
Man, I love the nose on 3.
I do too.
I got
But-
like cream. It's kind of a cream soda chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Sorta.
gonna say. Cream soda. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, if you said vanilla custard on one of the early ones, this one screams vanilla custard to me.
Yeah.
I do get the vanilla custard, but there's a little bit of that like effervescent kind of feel. That's why I go in cream soda.
Oh man.
So far, I like the nose better than the palate.
I love the palate.
Mm-hmm.
When Brad starts off with
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
you might need to pull that soundbite out of this one, Lance. That was freaking awesome. That was awesome.
This is Brad going, Anytime Ed gives an opinion on something, we just cut to Brad.
Yeah. Or I want you to go back to the Perry's batch because the best soundbite ever is Lance going, nope. Nope, nope, nope. And if you guys
I
watch
need to
that
clip-
and don't laugh, we're cutting you out of everything because that's the funniest freaking 3 seconds of whiskey tube ever.
Huh.
It's growing on me a little bit.
It is not growing on me.
Yeah.
It's like soap suds.
Ooh.
So
Like the palate is soapy. It's like you know that. Drink it again. Drink it again. It's like I get I don't know, like I'll give some more thoughts.
Is it
I almost
caramel
get a
or-
little ambarana tasting on that.
Little cinnamon.
Yeah, almost.
There's
I had COVID
definitely
3 weeks
nothing
ago,
finished
so
in here.
who knows?
I didn't throw anything finished. I didn't do any tricks this year.
I get a little graininess. I don't know if that's just me, but it's a little
No,
grainy.
I do get some graininess.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't think it's necessarily crafty, but I don't think it's on
It's-
that line. But it's definitely grainy.
I think as Minnick says it a lot, and it's kind of one of the first times I've got it. Cornbread. It's like cornbready taste.
Yeah, I could see that with
I don't
the grainy cornbread. I could see those being a similar flavor.
Yeah.
I did love the nose on it though.
Yeah, I did too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bourbonist, I completely agree. Leave amber on it in 2023, please, Lord. And
Yeah.
please leave all your comments about what laser code is my Elijah Craig Barrel Proof
Oh my
C923
God.
in 2023 as well.
that was wearing me out. Listening
So
to that.
it's so ridiculous.
I mean,
By the way, bourbonist, that's a great handle you have there. That's I like the name. Bourbonist.
mhm.
All right, well, I don't think for me neither of those stack up to one.
No, totally agree.
No, I agree.
3 is better than 2, but it's not better than 1.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've
would
got
agree with that.
I've got 2 and 3 neck and neck right now.
Yes.
2.
All right, we moving on to 4.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Mhm.
I am.
Ooh.
Where are you at on 2 and 3, Ben?
What's up, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's a good question. I did not like the palate on 3. The nose was, I think, much better. But I went back to 2, and 2 was not smelling great on the nose. So I don't know. But I'm smelling 4 right now, and 4 smells like a cardboard box.
4 is a hitter. You've said soap suds and cardboard box now. You
Yeah,
might want to go sniff some coffee beans or something there, Ben.
Yeah.
Are you hanging
Yeah.
out with Jim and Kira?
Yeah,
Oh,
4 is
God.
fantastic.
To interpret for being there on those 2 and 3.
Oh.
Hated it.
yeah. I'm gonna switch Glenn's on it and see if it gets better.
4 actually reminds me of 1 on the palate.
I haven't tasted it yet, but I like the nose.
Mm.
I get some like
I'm just gonna sit here a minute and give 4. That nose is fabulous.
I'll tell you what.
Ooh.
Man.
That's good on the palate.
I get
You're
some,
gonna like the palate.
oaky
Ed.
maraschino cherry. Like
Yeah.
It's either lower
I
proof
got
or
the-
the drink's really low proof. It is just
I got
but it's
that
got a lot of flavor.
sweet tobacco note on 4 on the nose, just in the
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I got
Yeah, this
Walmart.
is just a
Walmart
battle
and-
for first and second for me.
I've got Walmart and Target cardboard going on with mine.
no
I'll tell
Trader
you what,
Joe's.
this is-
I mean,
God,
can we step it up
you're
a little
such a
bit?
dick, Brad.
I'm telling you, I'm getting something. I'm getting the Amazon package.
Amazon.
Walmart and Target.
I mean, hey,
my
as long as
God,
it's not
either
FedEx
4-cent
maybe on your
cardboard or
ground.
8-cent cardboard. Oh my
Yes.
God, that was fucking awesome. That was awesome. That was fabulous.
Are you
I
living
like the
are you
nose-
living in downtown Atlanta? Maybe you're sitting there with the windows open or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I don't know. I'm getting there's something kind of sour, like kind of
Like
like
Like a sour cherry or
no,
That's
no, I was
exactly,
thinking
Jim.
like sticking on the cardboard note, like wet cardboard.
we're still there. We're still on that.
Like if you I'm getting something on
Like if you pulled apart some moldy cardboard.
yeah. Like the damp musk. Like it's like a
Uh,
musky like it's
is
not
it
an
like
oaky-
cardboard that you put underneath your car, like your old car, and then you pulled it out and
Oh man.
Jeez.
little oil drippage and transmission fluid on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your new balls.
A little pack and ship store on the nose.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like
Yeah,
think-
bourbon basement. Don't listen to Ben. He's crazy.
I think
Yeah.
Have you tasted it yet, Ben?
No, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm getting here.
you know the taste of licking in a was it a vanilla
Whoa.
manila envelope, kind of like sort of like that.
What?
I think Ben must have accidentally grabbed a pour of his hair gel before we went on. It really messed his
This is
palate
some
up.
real shit, y'all. The number 4 is I'm not a man.
This is some
What
real
are those
shit,
movers?
y'all.
The question is, what do
I
those
can
movers
see-
do to your Glens? Because something's
don't know.
wrong with you.
I don't
No
think they did
kidding.
anything to this Glen. This Glen was clean.
Hell, they stole half his bourbon, so I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a
Good.
fan of 4.
XPS or Amazon.
I was real sad when they lost that box. That was the box that had like all my stuff that was all the bunker stuff, everything that was unopened. Like,
Oh,
and I'm thinking one of 2 things either happened. I'm thinking they dropped it and broke some of it and then just scrapped the box, or they did steal it, which I don't think they did because the rest of my bourbon made it. But man, I was for a couple
you
days I
insure
was
that?
real sad. What?
Did you insure it?
So with moving and a lot of stuff I learned on the go. Short answer is it comes with insurance, but it's not, I mean, it's not enough. And so I would have had to get like specific insurance for it. And I mean, it wasn't something I really thought about at the time, but yeah, it was man, it was such a tough loss. Because I had a bunch of like dusty stuff in there too, like just
Yeah, Dusty Dan just asked, "What'd you lose?"
oh man, yeah. I don't even like, man, I think it was probably 20 bottles in total. So it wasn't like, at the end of the day, it's just bourbon, but it was like 20 of like some of the best bottles in my collection, unfortunately.
That would have gone in my car on the way.
Yeah.
The issue
My
was
fiance decided that the movers cannot touch the bourbon at all.
yeah,
So I was
the
like,
thing that's
I didn't
tough
even
about
decide
it is
that.
like
We're going with it.
we're putting, I mean, like there was more expensive stuff that we were moving than my bourbon. And it's like, if we're going to trust them with this stuff, you kind of just, because there were basically 4 big boxes of bourbon and there was no way it was all going to fit in the car. So it was like, we had to put it in the truck. But, yeah, it was just, there were a couple that I was real sad. Like some of the stuff, like I had some, Calumet 16 that I was stocking up on because like I had a couple bottles of that. Like that stuff I'm not like super, it's money. But the stuff that I was really upset about was like I had like a really old dusty like Kentucky Spirit, like in the real old bottle, like a store pick of that. Like never gonna find it.
Like the feather bottle.
Yeah, but it was one of the even older
That's
ones.
cool.
So they had ones with like a pewter top. And so those ones, like those are really tough to find. And when you do find them, I mean, I don't even know what they would cost now, but if someone was selling one, probably depending on the pick, it could be like $1,000 or more. And so like stuff like that, I was like, those were ones I was sad about. Like I was going to save that probably for, 20 years and like drink it on some really special occasion. But at the end of the day, it's just bourbon. I've gotten over it, but I was real sad for a few days. So,
on a more positive note, I was on Facebook Marketplace the other day, and I got a heck of a deal on about 20 bottles in this box. About $100. It's a good deal. I had some Dusties in it and some Calumet 16. It was really good.
I can't tell if Bourbon Basement is trolling me or if he's being serious.
I have to imagine he's joking, but
hey, Lance, after hearing I don't know when he tuned in. He's asking about the difference in laser codes for.
You might not have seen last week's live. I really don't know.
Yeah, you might want to.
Yeah, I'll just say so I have the A23. I have 2 bottles of the A23, which is fantastic. I know everybody's saying that they're different, but before I believe anybody, I need to see multiple people do a triangle blind where they have 2 of A23, maybe 1 of A22, and consistently be able to line the 2 up. I think more often than not, it's just, bourbon from sip to sip changes. So, and when you have a batch that's just dumped on different days, there might be slight variance, but I don't think it's anything worth any of the press it's getting. I'm sure they're all good, but that's just my opinion.
I bet there used to be a lot more variance, like back in the day before bourbon started getting real popular. Like I bet there was, definitely a lot more variance where like some of like my older bottles, I mean, some of my single barrels from some of my non-age stated stuff, I'm like, you taste it and you're like, this is 100% older than, what it normally is now. So I'm sure they did some different stuff back in the day where it's like, oh, we've got a 14-year, barrel of this. Let's just dump it in here. And whereas now it's like they're prioritizing all that stuff. They're not gonna put.
And the batches are so big, like I know they just from what I've heard, they're just dumping it in a tote and then it's just bottled on different days, but it's coming from the same batch. So I don't know. I think it's a lot about nothing personally. If you get any of those laser codes, just be thankful. I'm sure they're all fantastic.
Well, apparently 2024 is all about conspiracies with different distilleries.
Yeah, I heard about 13th Colony and
the 13th Colony double oaked. I can't believe how popular that got.
Yeah.
Have you had it?
It was not great. We had it in Lance, you sent us some of it and it was fine, but it was like people were paying like $600 a bottle for it.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
I just thought it was really tannic. I wasn't. It was good.
It didn't blow me away though, but it was.
But I did it. I think I have a video. I did it blind against George T. Stagg because everyone was saying it beat George T. Stagg, and it wasn't even remotely close. I could tell the difference a mile away.
Yeah. Excited. I will put that up against the ringer this weekend. So.
Let us know, man. That's not saying it's not good bourbon. It's good bourbon, but
I see more and more people in different groups online that really, and I'm assuming the distribution is increased on the George T. Stagg. I see more and more people being able to acquire bottles, which is encouraging, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Bourbon Basement and Fred. Bourbon Basement and Fred both said the Bourbon Junkies just posted a vid with a batch code. Did they do a triangle? I think that's.
Oh yeah, they had some of their guys. They did. I believe it was the 223s and a 22.
But my question is, did all those guys just pick a favorite, or did they pick the two that were alike?
They just picked a favorite.
Yeah, I want to know if everyone's picking the two that are alike, and it's obvious.
Another second place.
Yeah.
Bourbon, the one
Bourbon
thing
Basement, it would be easier if Heaven Hill was more transparent about their laser codes. Buffalo Trace tells you exactly what their codes mean. If you look at our past and everything Heaven Hill's done, I have zero problems with anything Heaven Hill does. It's all so fantastic. I don't care.
Who cares?
Their pricing's good. Their availability's good.
If you're going to be that nitpicky about laser code, move on. In my opinion,
well, they did.
Yeah, I
just the same thing with Michter's Tent, the bourbon this year. It's especially in the secondary market. They're all single barrels, but it's still batched on the neck code. So it's like you have an A. It's automatically assumed that your single barrel is worth more. So. I feel like this
if someone wants to give me all their A22s and $100, I'll give you my A23s. How about that? I'll swap all of them out with you.
There have been very few of the Elijah Craig barrel proofs that I have just straight up not liked. Very few, maybe one. I don't even remember which one, but those are all. That's one of the most consistently good bourbon that you can get.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't say what last year was, but 2022 Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C922 was our bourbon of the year.
And it was delicious.
Followed by Calumet 16, followed by Larceny B522, and that tied with Woodford. So again, last year we had 2 Heaven Hill products in our top. Do you guys want to start with 4 and go backwards?
Yeah.
See if Ben still gets cardboard.
It's gotten better. I'll give it that. It's gotten better. I'm picking up something that I just do not like.
It started off as cardboard. How could it not get better?
I'm still picking up. I'm still picking up that sour. Yeah, it's like a sour musty.
I just get that old funky oak and cherries. It's just delicious, man.
It almost has a Brown Forman, like for me at least, kind of a Brown Forman taste to it. Number 4 does.
On the finish, Brad, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can get a little bit of the. There's a little of that banana note coming in there.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned like that banana, like maybe that's kind of what it is like that banana runts.
Yeah.
Like banana runts have like that fruity, like chalky.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm getting, and I'm
Or
not a big fan.
Or sometimes I get like that overly green banana note, and that's so off-putting to me. That's like chalk, literally like chalkboard chalk.
You guys are crazy. That's delicious.
I don't know. I get a drying.
No,
note
I'm not
at the end of
saying
it.
no. I like 4. I'm just talking about that note. Sometimes that comes up.
I was texting Taylor at the same time I was listening, so I was half listening, like I do with my wife.
Woo, okay.
Hey, if you're not man listening, are you really
gonna be
listening?
an ass whooping tonight, and it's not in Indiana.
There better not be. We got to get through this. Game time's in 4 minutes.
Oh, shut up.
Are we going? I just retried 3 and going back through, it's better, but that's not saying much. Because it was probably it was the least favorite coming through the first time. But going back, it seems better to me.
It's kind of odd because it's the last thing we had. Nothing really to impede our, change our opinions.
I agree, Dan.
I don't know if it opened up or something, but it definitely nails out. It's different.
Yeah.
That and Knob Creek single barrels are some of the best barrel proof, the best value in barrel proof bourbon you're going to get on the market. And consistent too.
Mm-hmm.
3 has this kind of caramel tobacco note. I'm kind of
I'm leaning. Yeah,
it's definitely got some rye spice to it, or proof spice. I don't know what.
Yeah,
it tingles a little bit.
Ed was saying something like that the other day. He said it burns when I pee.
I got nothing. I
just drink his cranberry juice
twice a day.
That's what happens when you're peeing with the catheter in.
God. I got you know what I'm coming out with?
What?
EABOD. All y'all. Right there. Boom. Taylor, you'll have to text Lance and figure out what that acronym means, but they all know what it means.
Fuck off, Ed.
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 The fact that you got Renee in there to say
that's the best part.
She didn't want to.
It wasn't. You're right. You're exactly right. She didn't want to. We had to talk her into it.
You can tell it hurts her to say it.
Yeah.
She was sitting there thinking, she's like, should I say it? Should I not? And she's like, you know what? I actually hate Ed. Yeah, fuck off, Ed.
Yeah.
We had the hotel staff saying it.
That's true.
God. You can 2 EABOD, Mike. 2 times.
2 times.
2
You don't see me in that video. Come on.
You got doubled.
He was just praising Renee for saying it.
I'm going back through. I'm nosing 2 again, and it's got a completely different nose this time through. Forward to see.
2 is
better.
2 is really nice. I like the texture. It's creamy. It's just not very complex to me.
Right.
I like it.
2's a crushable bourbon as far as being able to drink.
Oh.
Just sit down and just drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty good flavor, better than average flavor, maybe. Well, average flavor, but it's crushable.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it holds up as far as complexity goes.
Problem is it came after 1.
Yeah.
One just beats the brakes off of everything.
You pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's not even close. I know Lane's like, well, 4. It's got this cherry. No, it's like
No,
red is
I agree. No, I said I like 4. It does not compete with 1, in my opinion.
not even close.
No.
This is a pretty easy flight.
Now that I go back through them and I smell them all, it's almost like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of makes sense for how they're like. It just they floated how they're aligned. You know.
Yeah, I got.
I would agree on the nose.
Mhm.
I got mine.
I got mine too.
It's going to be hard for me not to. I might have to go back through and the other way.
Go for it, bud. Take your time. This is bourbon of the year. We can't rush it.
I know that's right. Liz is like, we're 3 minutes into the game, but take your time.
They're not on yet. I've got it on my phone just in case.
Yeah, can't miss those first few buckets. Real crucial
Right.
ones.
It was when we played Purdue. They had us knocked out in 8 minutes.
Purdue's really
yes,
good. Purdue
they
is
did.
really good.
It is hard when they're shooting 70% from 3 in the first 8 minutes. That was horrible.
I'll tell you who's got, and this pains me deep in my soul to say, but
Don't do it.
who I'm going to, who has a really good basketball team that come March, if they're healthy, they're going to be hard to deal with, is Auburn. They are very good if you get a chance to watch them.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
I know nothing about basketball.
And I hate them. So.
I focus on women's basketball is where I focus because USC just dominates.
That freshman, she's amazing.
You're the first person to ever say that in history. So,
University of South Carolina dominates at women's basketball. I think
anyone watches women's basketball.
Probably. Okay, yeah,
Dude,
but,
Mike,
championships like speak to that.
Go watch Caitlin Clark. Please go watch Caitlin.
Yeah.
Oh, I have heard about her on SportsCenter.
She's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Beyond ridiculous.
I thought you were talking about USC as in Southern Cal.
No,
that freshman that
the
USC has out of
real
Southern Cal.
I guess U of SC. I guess I don't know. They keep changing the thing. It's university. Yeah.
No, if you want to watch something special, go watch that Caitlin Clark play.
Yes.
That is
good.
That is impressive.
She's shooting from half court, man. She is something. What do you guys feel like's the highest proof? Bourbonist asks. I think
1.
Yeah, 1 for sure. I think.
Yeah. I sent you mine, Lance.
Not fair.
It definitely finishes like it's the highest.
1.
What'd you say, Mike?
So it definitely finishes like it's the highest proof.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think Mike just did a cartwheel.
Yeah, that's Mike's bullshit internet.
I have to use my phone. My laptop's not working.
He tried to do a round off, but it didn't quite get all the way there, and he fell on his face and picked the phone up real quick.
Look at that.
It makes me think this has to be maybe, C923 or like I don't know what else could be this hot.
Ed, you had the same order I had.
Yep. And it was really simple.
It was. In past years, I think it's been a little harder.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, agree.
Well, heck, don't send it to all of us. Now I've got to change mine.
What?
So what group you're in?
I didn't send it to the group at all.
Oh. Was that Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think so.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah. Wait, what? Hey, Ed, I should have done all I should have done.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome. That just killed me. That was the best.
All right, I'm gonna have Renee send me what we're drinking here.
My my gut tells me I know what one is, but I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
We are all very close on our orders.
There's one in here. I think there's one in here that I didn't want to win, but I have a feeling it just did. And I'm kind of bummed about it.
I am too.
You know, very sad. I don't
mean-
think it was evenly matched. I think maybe some Booker's product might have been, could have really run its rounds in here.
See, we're on Team Taylor. Right on.
Right?
That's right. We're just like the junior high cheerleaders. We on Team Taylor.
Jeez.
Okay, we had some variants here, so let me.
Gonna take a minute to process that one.
Yeah, let me add these up. We got a clear number one.
Hey, I have to say, all of these were better than what I pre-gamed with, or got my palate right.
What did
Well,
you?
yeah, like the hard part is I had to have found it on the shelf and at MSRP, so that takes out a lot of things that are on most people's bourbon of the year. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I started with probably a 4-year-old Mississippi bourbon. So like, it's great. It's whatever. But it's this. My buddy bought me this cut above from Crittenton's.
I've heard good things about them.
Bruisel did something with them, but I got this like earlier this year from my buddy lives in Mississippi. He's stationed there in the Navy. And when he visited me, he brought me this, and we weren't expecting a lot from this, but it's actually way better than I thought. Like we both were like, wow, this actually like pulls its weight. Oh, well, it definitely pulls its weight in the price category it's in.
Nice.
So
Taylor, that's very similar to the way we've all felt for quite a while about Ed. He really doesn't bring a lot.
Oh, hey, if you ever need to get your car towed, AAA has. It doesn't matter if you're there or not.
Oh, what do you got there?
Gets you there.
I missed that comment, Jim. I'm sorry, but I like that.
Ed.
His boxes. Hey.
Yeah, do you have Blue Cross Blue Shield? Can I get added as a dependent? I think I'm young enough.
Still, we can do.
Only slots for 2. My kids take that up, so you're out, Taylor.
Are they younger than me? Dang.
Yes.
Bourbon has said he had Stag Junior 23A as his number one. I love 23B, man. That was so good.
I haven't tried anything other than 23B, so have to agree.
That's something that Ben and I were talking about when we did a little bourbon hunting that day. Is it's so, for at least for me, if it's over $100, I am to the point in life where I go, unless I've tried it, or unless somebody that I really trust their palate has tried it, I won't buy it until I do.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I think that's where folks like Forgate and some of the others that are, and as bad as I hate to say it, because they've had some incredible bourbons, but Disco is the same way, man. They've gotten so high with their prices. I won't risk it on the Discovery anymore.
I mean, $150 for Disco now.
Yeah,
$150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not giving $150. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'll
not
pay
unless
50.
I really trust somebody and they say they go crazy over it.
If it was number 3 and number 4, I would, but otherwise, no.
It really depends on the mash bill that they put it in. Whenever they especially for the Discovery series, whenever they throw in that Tennessee, it's kind of iffy. Disco 8 will be my favorite. I haven't tried Disco 4. I think Disco 4 was like the last or 3 or 4.
Disco 4 is a hitter.
3 is awesome too.
3 and
So,
4.
you know, I'm trying to work
Three
out
and-
maybe a trade later this, you know, like a sample
3
thing
and 4
to get some. But like disco, what is this? Disco. What's the new one? 11? No, 12. 12.
Yeah,
That's
11.
that's 11. That's, you know, Russell's esque mash bill, 13 years. I mean, it's great.
Save
But
yourself $100 and buy the Origin. The Origin
Ah.
series are amazing.
They are very good. I agree.
I like them. I do, but I think I mean, it really depends on what you have to spend and what you're comfortable spending.
Mhm.
But I have to say that the disco
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Agree.
I have to agree. Disco really. I mean, it's cheaper in my area, cheaper than a Russell's 13. But
Actually,
go ahead.
I was going to say, actually, if you're going for something on the similar lines of Discovery, where it's a blend of you know, Kentucky, Indiana, go with Barrel Batch 35, Barrel Batch 34,
Mhm.
Barrel Batch
Mhm.
33. I mean,
Yeah.
Barrel's killing it.
Oh,
Yeah, they are.
And that stuff sits on the shelf everywhere, just sits there.
I really think it's a sleeper, like, you know, non-distilling producer, like,
It's
or even
so
like
good.
producer of the year. Like, it's really a sleeper because people pass up on. I mean, the Vantage people passed up on, and that's great. I mean, that's oaky. Like, if you
Yeah,
like oak,
Vantage was really good.
it's an
I
oak
like
bomb.
Vantage.
It's, you know, but then, I mean, I have 32, and
So
that's
good.
I don't know. It just sits there because I don't want to. I mean, and then their picks. I mean, their picks are also great. I have a hard time finding a bad pick.
Mm.
Their bourbon. I mean, their
Yeah.
whiskey, different story because they finished that and some stuff that I don't like. But like the bourbon itself is.
Yeah.
Mm.
You guys ready for the reveal?
Yes, sir.
Do it.
I got it all tallied up.
Let-
So
Lance is like, hurry up, game's on. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
All right. You guys have any guesses? Last place was Pour 2.
Yep.
Oh, that's sad. Oh,
Yeah, because you had it as your second.
I did.
All right. You guys have any guesses on what it is?
No,
I don't even know what's in
Nobody.
this.
I don't know.
So on 2, I had honey, a little bit of nuttiness, very vanilla custardy. I think we talked about.
Sounds Heaven Hillish.
Or
Or
something else.
or
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Last place.
Kevin Hill came out with something.
Really?
Interesting.
Well, that's a big shocker there.
Really?
never-
Rare
that.
breed.
That drank so light.
Yes.
That
What is the proof
had-
on that one?
It's
116.
116.
Wow, it drank like 95.
It's because
Yeah.
it came off it came right behind number 1.
That's exactly right.
Hey,
Good point.
That's
Exactly
exactly
why.
right. So again, I don't think that did it any service, but my wife had no idea what she was doing. She was mixing them up, but putting it after number 1, I mean, it makes some sense. But I mean,
Wow.
rare breed to me is still just a killer on the shelf.
Yeah.
For $50. So I had to put it in there because it's one I just continually drink all year round.
Yep.
I love it.
I think that's
But
where
I was
funkiness-
surprised by the like lack of complexity compared to everything else in the
Yeah.
lineup as we were doing it.
Ag-
I thought it was going to do a lot
Agreed.
better, to be honest.
I would have never
can't
guessed a
believe-
rare breed would have been. I would have described it as crushable.
Mm.
Oh,
They tend to be have a little more
Yeah.
kick to me in the past. When
I
I've had them.
got
that thing was creamy, man. It's creamy.
That just goes to show you that these other ones hopefully are yearly releases that should be above and beyond something that's a shelf staple.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3 came in third place. So number 3, I said honey, nuttiness. I think Taylor said graininess, which I agreed with. I don't remember what else everybody said, but
That was the cream soda pour.
yeah, had some tobacco notes to it.
Mm-hmm.
That
I'm scared. Oh,
no
barrel
way.
35.
Wow.
No way.
How about that? What's the proof on that one,
man.
Lance? You know, my old eyes can't see that.
So the proof on that is
116.
117.5.
wow.
Didn't
That
drink
doesn't surprise me at all for that, creamy sweetness.
Oh,
Yeah.
that saddens me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it did taste like, I think the nuttiness is coming from the MGP that's in there for sure. And then I don't know, there was some graininess. It tasted like there was some youthful stuff blended into it for sure.
Yeah.
But still really good.
That's
Again, I thought that was one that might really surprise us. But we were pretty clear that the last two didn't really. Well, let's see. Taylor had Rare Breed as his second place. Oh, Ben, you had Rare Breed as your second place. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh man, we both. Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Lance.
Young Bucks.
Hey, Lance, tell me that nose 1 and 4 back to back, and tell me they're not the same distiller, same producer at least.
No, I agree with you. They are so close. It just one's a lot lower proof.
4, 1 and 4.
Yeah, 1 and 4 smell and taste a lot. Like a lot of
there was some contamination going on here in the chat with the cardboard part, but
yeah, I think so.
I get cardboard on one, but
see.
Now I will tell you guys, Ben and Taylor, you guys had the same thing except you switched your 3rd and 4th place, but you had the same order. But me, Ed, Brad, wait, no, I'm sorry. Me and Ed had the same order. And then Brad and Mike had the same order. So we're all pretty close.
Obviously, the looks of the group are going to have the same.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready for second place?
Age and wisdom, baby.
Second place. This is the one Ben hated. Said tasted like cardboard. It's crazy.
Smelled like cardboard.
Crazy.
Knob.
That's crazy.
Dude. Yes.
That did not do well for me in this flight. That was terrible.
I am actually so sorry. This came in my last. What is this? D. This came in my last place.
If that would have, honest to God, if that would have been the first thing I drank, I probably would have put it number 1.
I thought you were going to. Yeah.
I told you were going to love that one.
And it's crazy because.
Close.
Go ahead, Ed.
Oh, I was just all I can say is that is the best value on the shelf. Period.
It's so good, man. I got that bottle for like $64.
God.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I just picked one up the other day for $52.
Oh yeah. I can get them all day long, 55, 58.
Yep.
You know what I think beats this? I really have a strong competitor to this, and it's a little bit different, and I think it's a lot cheaper. For me, it's this. It's just this.
It's a single barrel, yeah.
It doesn't hold a candle to knock 12.
I'm a Jim Beam guy. I'm a Jim Beam guy all the way. But
that's blasphemy, Taylor.
Was that like a barrel pick, like the 8th grade PTA barrel pick?
No. There's no. It's actually the PE kids. We all.
Okay, fair.
It was in PE class. We all went to this. We all went to the distillery.
Right after nap time.
Yeah. The jungle gym pick. Okay, jungle gym pick. We monkey bars is actually.
Mike.
I don't know if you saw the sticker on it, but monkey bars.
Mike, be careful because that nap time that you kind of offended Ed.
I've
You know, when you
You're
get to
damn
a certain age, you
I
stop.
think
then
this
you
was a
start.
double offending there. The fact that it was a Buffalo Trace product, and then also nap time. But
All right.
I did, you know, that
Are you guys ready for bourbon of the year?
Yes,
kind
sir.
of.
BCBP
Yeah.
923.
It was unanimous. It was
Wow.
unanimous. It wasn't close. Everybody picked it. And I'm not
What
sure it
was
was a
number
fair
one?
fight.
Nailed it.
Yep.
There it is.
Which one is it? I
Really
can't-
good.
That's I'm not even going to tell you the laser code. Fuck off.
Can you change that fuck off Ed to fuck off laser code?
Oh man, I will say with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, man, it's getting harder for me to find it on the shelf. So it's
Same.
I mean, it won in 2020, it won in 2022, and it won in 2023. I was real skeptical of all the hype around it, but every year it gets harder and harder for me to find that on the shelf. I will be surprised if that is even in our running next year. But
So
who knows?
In
How
Georgia,
many
it's not
people-
quite as hard to find. I know that's something that Ben probably is happy to hear, but that seems to be where I find it more than anywhere of the areas that I travel to.
how many people are watching, Lance?
We got 34.
Damn.
Mike just dropped
I
it.
will-
Mike just did a round
See
off.
what you want to say.
That was a freaking round off. There, Mike.
I've got animals. Of course, they feel like jumping all over the place around while I'm doing this.
Um,
I'm back.
if y'all want some 920, if y'all want this,
I need that. I need that.
I can get it.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It has not dropped. Like if you want it in Virginia, you have to get it in a drop. But then by the time you wait out in the drops, there's something else. And then Maryland, like the DMV, it's just not good. Like it's hard to find.
Did Taylor, what did you say hasn't dropped?
Oh, the Virginia has a drop.
Golly.
Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna walk away. We're gonna, you know.
Bad bread.
As Ed once told me, time out.
Yeah. No. This is timeout. This is wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well,
That's
I
what
will
they-
say for the group here, I did find an actual picture of Ed and his Depends.
Mm.
God, you're a dick. God, I hate you. Good thing I just texted Lance direct on what I just told him. So
You know,
sucks to be
I'm
you.
kind of glad I also don't have my he doesn't have my Facebook profile picture because that would just be embarrassing. You know,
Hold on.
let's go
time
search.
out.
I mean,
Again,
Facebook is probably be careful.
wait a effing minute. How old are you, Taylor?
Old enough.
Old enough for
Facebook,
Hagrid over
you're
here.
like way too young to have Facebook.
We verified he's 21. We're not getting kicked off
Verified.
YouTube today.
That's all right.
Not yet.
No, I mean he could have said 22 and I'd have been fine with it. It's all good.
It's okay. I'm 25.
Yeah. Ooh, man, it was close. It was close.
Close.
How old are you?
28.
Oh yeah, there's no
Double.
competition there.
Double that, sir.
So Henry said he's got to know what the laser code is. Fine. I have the A23.
Oh, that's why.
Bourbon has said, yeah, that's
cares?
why. Bourbon has
Oh.
said, sorry, but the larceny was better than Elijah Craig. Hey, everybody has their opinion. It's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong.
That's right.
And if you're part of this channel, you'll get that all the time.
I'm right. And if you don't, then you should probably leave because you're not liked. If we're not busting those
right.
balls, you're not liked. So
So
They have
I
to
com-
drop,
we love
though,
it.
right?
We love
I went
it.
ahead and poured the A120 to compare it to what I had remaining of the C923. The A120 is still a winner.
Well, you picked the other one in our blind.
A120 is a winner. I'm telling you, between the two of them.
No,
what it is.
we tasted C923 against all the 2020 batches.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
doing
was
it. I'm
pissed
doing it
because
right now, and
C520
that's
was
what
my
I'm getting.
favorite.
So
Didn't C923 get second in that one?
No,
No, I think we got
C923 beat
first.
every
Again?
2020 batch for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And I
I'm
was
doing it
so
right now,
pissed
and
because
it's A120's winning.
I do like A120 a
C520
lot though.
What is this?
So what are the reasons though? Is there just too much oak in the C923 bin?
No, for me, it's like even on the nose, like just when you just smell both of them, the A120 is just deeper. Like, and
Okay.
then on the palate, the finish is stronger. Here, if I actually like,
Because that A120 is like almost 137 proof or something,
Yeah,
if I
it's
remember.
hot.
yeah,
I think that's where
136.
I wasn't there for this trial run, but I have A120 in my thing, and I think the proof really does help it.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're both, but I mean, again, you're splitting hairs. They're both phenomenal for the price and the availability, and I mean, what it is. It's just, I'm happy giving Heaven Hill our bourbon of the year.
I think the A120 must have been like a Saks Fifth Avenue cardboard.
Rodeo Drive, baby.
There you go. What I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Power Bourbon said I'll drink C923 with you guys, but his is A22, so probably not as good. Yeah. You got the shitter bottle.
Yeah, right.
Might as well dump it out.
You might as well dump it.
Just send it to me.
Or send me $100. I'll send you my A23. We'll switch.
It's amazing. The if you look at it though, those freaking Elijah Craigs, they're hitters, man. And it's even when you have more people tasting it tonight than maybe we have in the past or before, my time and stuff, they just keep hitting every year.
For it to not even be close, like it wasn't even close.
Oh,
it was
not even close. Yeah. Of all the ones I participated in, this was by far the biggest runaway.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to go back to one. I didn't go back to one to compare it because I already knew it was a winner. I just had to compare and to see who was last. Like that was
yeah, this is the first time like our votes top to bottom of the panel has been as similar as it was. Like we might have had the last third and fourth switched, but everybody picked one as our favorite. And then it was either 4 or 2. So
yeah,
Rare Breed and Knob Creek 12. Knob Creek 12 had 1, 2, 3, 4 votes for second. Rare Breed had 2 votes for second. So Barrel Batch 35 didn't have a single vote for second place.
Wow.
I haven't. This is the first night I've actually tried that. I haven't tried this the current batch. I've seen it in all the videos, but I haven't tried it. But it continues on the line of like killing on the nose for me. But like transitioning to the palate, it's a little bit different. I mean, I don't know how blending necessarily works and how whiskey and like different proofs, and I'm sure there's different like compounds in different barrels coming from different types of wood, from different cooperages, but like, man, it smells amazing.
Yeah, and the nose has gotten better and better as it's sat too.
Oh, yeah.
Bourbonist, cheers, man. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Cheers, brother.
Proof on the Elijah Craig.
That's a good point, Tal. I agree with what you were saying there. Yeah.
Man, you go back to Barrel Batch 35, there is some beautiful like kind of caramel tobacco notes in there. It's really nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
I've got one sip left, and it has gotten better. Of course, I wonder, is that the power of suggestion? Knowing now,
it is.
That's what it is because I'm a barrel. I like most of the barrel releases. So.
Yeah, it's just hard tasting things back to back. Like you pour Barrel Batch 35 on its own, you sit down for the night and you pour it on its own. You freaking love it. You love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you ever tried the rye? Like batch 4 rye?
Yeah, batch 4 rye is great.
Is it?
Fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic.
What?
I really think what hurt this flight was putting Elijah Craig barrel proof
First.
#1 because it just ruined
Yeah.
everything for us.
It blew everything. It
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
I didn't have any warm up pours, so that was my first one, and it just
Oh, you're
everything
done.
after it. Yeah, everything after it was just not good.
Yeah. It just came out, kicked everything in the nuts, and sat back and
Yeah,
just-
Relax.
Yeah.
Sat back and
Yes.
relax.
It pulled the stag junior, just kicked you in the nuts, threw you around the room, said, okay.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we'll let you guys figure out 2 through 4 and let me know when you're done.
that's
you know-
exactly what it was.
I really said that I thought 2 was better than 1 at one point, and man, I was just wrong. I was just
Oh,
wrong.
you were liking 2 better than 1?
I was. I I didn't want to discount 2. I mean, it came off of a hitter, and then so I'm not the guy that's like I really don't like to name favorites right away, but going the opposite way, there was no way I couldn't.
Well, I will say, like looking back at our tasting notes, 2 was no one had a single negative thing to say about 2. It was every one of us had positive things to say. I think it just the complexity wasn't quite there, or it didn't hold up, especially after coming off with 1. But 3 and 4, Ed thought 4, or I mean Ben thought 4 tasted like cardboard. He thought 3 was soapy, and then when he put that soapy note in my head, I kind of got that.
And you
on
never
3.
said anything. You dirty. you let me hang out to dry, and then you
Yeah.
you never even said anything. You didn't come to my defense.
That's what
How dare
good
you.
friends
Because it's
do.
pure foolishness.
I knew I wasn't
Yeah, that's
crazy.
exactly right. Because I kept my floor cleaner note
Yep,
on
you
number
did.
2 to myself. I'm like, nope. If I say that, I'm gonna get
I'm
thrown to the
watching.
wolves.
Yeah,
So I'm out.
but
I'm telling you.
where was the Knob Creek for you? Was it
Me
yeah,
2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
2.
makes sense.
My 2.
Easily 2.
For me.
It was so I
It
said
tastes Knob Creek 12 tastes so much like Elijah Craig barrel proof, but at a lower proof.
Yeah.
It really does. There's
Oh, I
the-
don't know.
the
I don't
heavy-
know. Not
the heavy
C93.
nut.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's-
Taylor,
You know, we're
I
like,
know
this
you
is
and
the
I
same
agree on
distillery,
bourbons,
but I could not connect the dots. I wasn't going to say anything.
That's okay. You wanted benchmark foolproof over.
I did.
No, single barrel.
Oh, I'm sorry, not even foolproof,
no,
single
hey.
barrel.
I'm the benchmark foolproof guy. All right.
Foolproof is good.
no.
With my $23 pour or my $23
Right.
bottle.
Knob Creek 12 it's phenomenal.
Have you,
So Ben, have you went back and
experienced-
tasted it again? Are you still not feeling the Knob 12?
I think what it is, I think it was just the proof difference. For me, the proof difference just killed it. Because even coming off of comparing to like the rare breed to the Knob 12, it's like there's still 16 points difference there. So anyway, I still have some of 4 left. I'll pour it and let's see.
Yeah.
But-
See, I thought that was a Knob
crushed
12, and
too.
I thought it was holding up pretty good for being 100 proof. Honestly,
To me, it did not.
I thought
I
it
just-
crushed number 2.
Oh. You know, have you experienced like a variance in batches of Knob Creek 12? Because like we went to the meetup, we did a bottle share at the when we did the barrel pick for Midwest or Middle West, and someone brought a Knob Creek 12 that it was completely floral, like no nuttiness,
interesting.
no Jim Beam. And I have to say, the variance between batches, I mean, I don't look at the laser code when it comes to a Knob Creek 12, but I think I should, because it's just different.
Henry, that's a good call. Yeah, that'd be interesting to know, Taylor. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah, it would be interesting to know if there. I
What
mean,
was
I think
that?
there is batch differences for sure with Knob 12.
Lance was like, "Hey Taylor, everything you're saying, shut the hell up. I'm about to say
Yeah,
something."
yeah.
What?
Well,
You're wrong.
Yeah.
I got a game to watch. I got a game to watch.
He said, "That's nice, Taylor, but I'm the whiskey tomato, and you will not take my time."
Am I not tornadoing the votes right now? It's the question.
Oh shit!
So I poured the rest. I poured the rest of 4, and it definitely. I mean, it's like by itself, it's good. Like really enjoy it, but yeah, in that flight, it was just absolute dog shit.
It's good. Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. I'm going to recap here. It's good, but in the group, it's dog shit. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's dog
Ben
shit, but in
has
the group,
zero
it's good.
fucking credibility. Fuck. Hey, Ben. Fuck off, Ben.
Henry, that would be a great blind. KC 12 cash strength and Elijah Craig C923.
Oh,
I will do that.
Find one.
I wish I
Please.
had more of that.
Yeah.
You know what's
I'm running
really
low.
funny? I have not.
Is that
seen-
ever? Does anyone know? Is that ever coming back out? Are they
I
ever going to
wish.
release that again?
I'd rather they do like Knob Creek 12 cash strength than an 18-year.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with
Absolutely.
that.
it's definitely better.
Yeah, I'd still pay like
Oh.
maybe 150 because I like the profile more.
Ben, do
than
you
my
see those on
13.
secondary?
I was just about to say I haven't seen one in a
I haven't-
long time.
I haven't seen one pop up at all
I think people
here in
drank them.
DC.
I think people were really drinking them.
I'd give
and
$200
so-
for one of those.
I mean, if one hit secondary, I would imagine it would probably be 350, 400.
Oof. Oof.
And if
And
I saw
honestly,
the
that's not
124, that 124
Yeah.
proof bottle I had was magical, man.
Yeah, I mean,
That was-
that's not even a crazy price. Like, obviously, everything on secondary is going to be significantly over MSRP, but like, that's up there. That's up there.
Yeah, that's a
I,
great call out though to do that blind.
Oh, man.
Lance,
Oh,
I
shit.
tell you,
It's 20-10.
Uh-oh. I have to tell you, Lance, probably top 5 pours for me this year. One of those was your Infinity bottle.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Oh, heck yeah,
Yeah.
man. Excellent. Excellent.
That Infinity bottle, I think I put that in one of the blinds we did. I put that first.
you did. Yeah, I
I mean,
haven't touched it because it's so good.
To have such a horrible palate that you do, it really turned out well. Yeah.
Speaks volumes.
You know, I have a question.
Right.
Okay. All right, Jack 12. Everybody like
Ooh.
real.
It's fantastic. Jack 12's fantastic. Brad, shut your
What?
mouth.
Hey,
Dig
Yeah.
out.
hold on. Hold
It's
on.
good.
Time out. So, Lance,
Yeah,
on your last video, you were talking about whiskey mash and one of the best pours you had. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember going over and you said Jack 12 ranks with
Yeah.
any of these pours
Yep.
that we've had.
I stand by that.
Yeah.
Ed, you had Jack 12 at my house that night. Do you
It
remember?
was fantastic.
You know, it just wasn't my jam. Just wasn't my jam.
Yeah, Jack 12, all the Hardin's Creek 17s were
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
fantastic.
Make
Those
us
are some of my
last
favorite
year-
pours of the year.
I have not been able to find any of those
Oh.
here.
No.
And
Oh,
The
God.
Kind of
Hardin's
bummed.
Creek. The
Yeah.
Hardin's Creek is not actually. It's not really crazy on secondary. Actually, that one's not. It's
Really?
not as
They
bad.
They have not touched our secondary market at all.
Mm.
Like I really
I
want
haven't
to
seen them.
find the 4-pack.
They're
You know,
delicious.
like even the sampler thing.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy how the 10 4 roses recipes really, I mean, they made it all the way over here, but finding the 4-pack of the Hardin's Creek was impossible.
Yeah.
It's like the distribution, let alone the sampler pack, didn't
You mean
make its way.
Taylor? You mean these?
Oh no!
Oh
no.
yeah, what are those
I
doing
mean, I
there?
don't.
And
I don't mean these. I don't mean these.
Oh, Wait. One of these goes to Ben. One of these goes to Brad.
You're gonna make me reach up
Yes,
there.
sir.
Don't make me do it. I mean,
But I'm
Don't worry, I don't get anything either. So
my
I'm not
I mean,
these are not going in the mail
No,
ever.
they are not. True.
I'm scared to death to mail these, so I'm hand delivering these to you guys.
I will
you go.
absolutely drive to
you're not the
you.
only hand you'll get that day.
I don't know, but there's little floaty bits in mine that I really want to get out so I can try them. I want the floaty.
Oh,
bits
there you go.
in a
Yeah.
pour.
Is that like
Yeah.
little bitty pieces of like your sharpener from your Crayola crayons?
No, I don't do crayons. I do colored pencils.
No,
My
it's
bad.
the pencil
He goes to
shavings.
private
from
school.
this.
He goes to private school. I'm sorry.
No,
I love that. I love
more
that
like
comment.
You stick it in the machine, it goes like the sound.
Okay.
I've never had to turn my pencil.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Ben's headphones have become topic of discussion a few times.
Chad
Easy,
wins.
Chad.
Chad wins.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
thanks
no
for
fun.
doing this, man. I thought I knew what the winner was going to be. It wasn't that much of a shocker this year. I wonder how that trend goes for 2024. If it's just, it's just harder to find shit on the shelf, but we'll see how it goes.
Well,
How
thank
about-
you for
how about
doing it.
24?
It was a blast.
Yeah,
It was a blast.
I
I
love
love it.
this night. I love sending you guys blind samples and seeing what wins. Even though, I mean, I guess this is a lot of people's number one this year, so
Yeah.
can't
Well,
really
Taylor,
argue with it.
welcome in, man. It was great having you tonight. Pleasure to meet you. And
Yeah, Taylor, thanks for joining us, bub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously
It was
your
definitely
palate
great to
at
be
your
here. I mean,
15 is so far advanced past where Ed's is.
I really hope
I
that
mean,
y'all get to see me age and these wrinkles set in a couple of
Hey,
years.
Taylor, just say nice things at our funerals, okay?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
I heard I'm really good at public
Taylor?
speaking. I've been there, done there. Been there, done that. Love to get a T-shirt once in a while.
You got to come to the meetup this year.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey.
we'll see what we can do. All right, thank you guys. Love you guys. Congrats
Great
to Evan
seeing you,
Hills
boys.
and Elijah
As
Craig Barrel
always.
Proof. C923.
All right, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Love you guys.
Night, guys.
There
Love
y'all.
you, man.